Hi there, welcome to another session of Accountancy for the 11th Standard with me, Vishwanath sir. Our quest towards excellence will always continue, and this quest would make it more interesting and interesting provided you practice. If you do not practice, the interest will go away. So students, I advise you, do a little bit every day. These small things will help you in a big way. Okay, so I advise you that whatever you do in accounts, do it on an everyday basis, because then you shall be able to master accounts. I shall be 100% there to guide you all throughout, but it depends upon how you take the initiative and do things. Fine. So today we continue with this chapter called in accounts called ledger, where I shall again prepare two accounts and we shall see how to master the entries of these two accounts. Okay, the two accounts which I shall be opening today will be your sales account, and I'll be opening your purchase account. Sales account and purchase account. Particulars, amount, particulars, amount, particulars, amount, particulars, amount. This is your debit side and this is your credit side. This is your debit side and this is your credit side. Let us take the first entry, sold goods rupees 30,000. The journal entry is cash account debit to sales. Okay, so here I will have to write by cash. Okay, what will I write? By cash account. Fine, then I would have to go to cash account and write down to sales, but I am not opening a cash account. So it is by cash 30,000. Okay, understood? I go to the next entry. The next entry tells sold goods rupees 40,000 at 10% trade discount. Okay, so here what happens is that I have to calculate the trade discount, because trade discount, if you remember, is calculated both on cash basis as well as credit basis. So from 40,000 I am going to deduct 10% trade discount, which will be 36,000. So again, what will happen here? I will write down by cash, but the amount will be 36,000. How do I get 36,000? It is 40,000 minus 10% TD, which is 4,000. Okay, understood? I go further. Sold goods rupees 50,000 at 10% cash discount. Okay, so what would happen here? By cash and even the discount amount will come. Okay, since it's a cash discount, it is supposed to be noted. Okay, so the amount is 50,000 and it is 10% cash discount. Okay, so it would be, the cash account will be 45,000 and the discount will be 5,000. Fine. So from here I go to the next entry. Sold goods rupees 60,000 to Mahesh. This is a credit transaction. Mahesh is a receiver of the goods. So Mahesh account debit to sales. Okay, so if I had opened Mahesh's account, I would have written 2 sales. Now I go to sales account, I go to the opposite side and write down by Mahesh. Okay, what do I write? By Mahesh, and the amount is 60,000. Fine. So by Mahesh, the amount is 60,000. Next, sold goods rupees 70,000 at 10% TD to Rita. Okay, so what am I doing? I am selling goods. Again, this is a credit transaction, but the trade discount will be applicable. As you know, trade discount is applicable both for the cash transactions as well as for the credit transactions. So I write here by Rita, and from 70,000 I deduct 10% TD, which will make it 63,000. Okay, it will make it 63,000. The next one, sold goods rupees 80,000 at 10% CD to Sunita. Okay, this is again a credit transaction, so the cash discount will not be applicable. So I have to just write by Sunita. By Sunita account rupees 80,000. Cash discount is not applicable since it is a credit transaction. So I'll have to write the original value of 80,000 itself. Now coming to the next one, purchase goods rupees 20,000. I am purchasing goods, money is going out, goods are coming, or goods is an expense. Okay, so purchase account debit, debit your expenses to cash account 20,000. Okay, I would go to the cash account and I would go to the opposite side of cash account and write down by purchase. Okay, after which I take up the next entry, purchase goods rupees 30,000 at 10% TD. So here TD is applicable. TD is applicable both on cash transactions and on credit transactions. Okay, so I write here to cash and the amount will be 27,000. Immediately I will go to cash account, and on the opposite side of cash account I will write down by purchase. Opposite side, if I have written to cash, go to cash account now and go to the opposite side, write down by purchase. Fine. After that, purchase goods rupees 40,000 at 10% cash discount. So it is to cash and it is to discount. Okay, I'll have to write both of this, to cash and to discount, because cash discount, if applicable, is entered in the books of accounts. Okay, so this is 36,000 and this is 4,000. Fine. After which I go to the next entry, purchase goods rupees 50,000 from Raj. It is a credit transaction. Purchases is an expense, it's a nominal account, debited. Purchase account debit to Raj. Okay, 50,000. Next, purchase goods rupees 60,000 from Mona. Okay, this is a credit transaction and there is a trade discount. So minus the trade discount from your original amount of 60,000. So it will become to Mona and we have to pay Mona 54,000. Now, if we had opened Mona's account, I would write on the opposite side by purchase 54,000. Then I come to the last entry. Purchase goods rupees 70,000 at 10% CD from Peter. Okay. Now what is happening is that Peter, we are purchasing goods on a credit basis. Okay. We are purchasing goods on a credit basis, which means that we are going to make the payment at a later date. Okay. So it will be to Peter 70,000. Cash discount is not applicable because it's a credit transaction. When I write to Peter, I will go to Peter's account and write down by purchase. Okay. Understood? When I go to Peter, I will go on the cash side and write, on Peter's account I will write down by purchase. Now comes the time to balance. As you know, we have to balance both the sides, but clearly indicative is that the sales has only credit side and the purchase has got only debit side. That means sales has got a credit balance and purchase has got a debit balance. Let's total. 30 plus 36 is 66, 66, 71, 71, 111, 116, 176, 176, 179, 239, 239 plus 80, 319, 3,19,000. Okay, so the debit side is 0. So this is got a credit balance. Since the credit side is greater than the debit side, it's a credit balance. So to balance carried down 3,19,000. Okay, so this is a credit balance. Why? Because the credit side is greater than the debit side. Okay, let us go to purchase account. Purchase account, you will only see the figures of the debit side, which means it will have a debit balance. So I'll have to write the figure of the debit side on the credit side also. So this is 47, 47, 53, 83, 87, 87, 137, 137, 41, 191, 191 plus 70,000 is 2,61,000. 2,61,000. So this is by balance carried down 2,61,000. Okay, so this is a debit balance. Why? The debit side is greater than the credit side. That's why I had to put 2,61,000 on the credit side. So the debit side is greater than the credit side. Okay, so what did we do? We prepared the two accounts, we put the respective entries, and in the end we balanced it. Please go through this revision again and again and see that you master it. Thank you so much. This is Vishwanath sir signing off.